into this thing while we're talking about playmakers and we're talking about anything that's wrapped around the Cowboys. What the hell is going on in, I'm going to call them Alice, because they ain't playing no D. You won't even get the D. That came off. That's a pause moment right there. I got to get back in my groove. That's a major pause moment. Man. But what is going on? The Cowboys fall again this weekend to the Baltimore Ravens. The score is not indicative of the game. 28-25, the end of that game, and it wasn't even that close. Baltimore almost coughed up one, but it wasn't until the last 9 minutes of that football game that the Cowboys looked like they had any resemblance of life. They looked like dead men walking. They looked like they were present on the field, but absent in the body of effort, absent in the body of alignment assignment football, absent in the body of playmaking ability, absent in the body of tackling, absent in the body of doing anything that resembled good football. And the question still remains, what the hell is going on with Dallas? And I watched the game, and can I be completely honest with y'all? What I felt watching that game is the same thing that I felt in Green Bay. Now, you may be thinking, Green Bay, yeah, I felt that. No. Not playoff Green Bay. The Green Bay game that ultimately led to the firing of Wade Phillips. I was a part of that team. And I watched a lot of dudes quit on the football field. I watched a lot of dudes turn a deaf ear to the things that was trying to be coached. And I ultimately saw a man lose his job in Wade Phillips. And when I'm watching the Cowboys game and I'm looking at what happened a week ago in the New Orleans game, followed by what is currently happening to them in this Ravens game, and then I go and I hear the post-game comments from Mike McCarthy, who says, I didn't like our preparation this week. I hear post-game comments from Dak Prescott that says we didn't practice well. I then hear post-game comments from Trayvon Diggs, Tank Lawrence, Micah Parsons, that basically said we still playing a bunch of hero ball. Guys are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Guys are not having the proper assignments. Guys are playing hero ball, Superman ball, YOLO ball. And for me, watching what I watched, now hearing what I'm hearing, it felt just like that. Because can I paint a picture for you? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine playing the way that you played against the New Orleans Saints. Leaving that game, going home, I guess being with your family, I guess. Hearing what all the media has to say, watching it probably somewhere on TV, or you've seen the highlights on your Instagram or your Twitter or your TikTok, because they were everywhere. Having to look yourself in the mirror and say, I put that crap on tape. Because after the game, the Saints game, you got to have a man in the mirror moment. And who wants to make that change? Shout out to MJ. But then you get to the building on Monday. And on Monday, you got to sit through that ugly, ugly performance that, to a man, outside of Brandon Aubrey, he's the only one that is exempt. You had to watch to a man you get bullied and embarrassed from go. And then I'm sure in that meeting there is some, I hope, that there is some cussing and some fussing and some coaches are embarrassing folks and things are happening. And then you got to deal with your position coach, your offensive side, the defensive side of the ball, then your position coach. And I hope maybe we need to bring back, there's certain things that have left in the world that I think sometimes we might need to bring back. It's not enough public shaming going on for me when you put a performance out like that. Not enough bullying going on when you put a performance. I know I shouldn't say that publicly. But you shouldn't be able to put that type of performance on the field and be welcomed back into the locker room. You shouldn't be able to do what Jordan Phillips did and get knocked off the ball 8, 9, 10 yards, and we welcome you back in. We got to ostracize you a little bit. We got to shame you a little bit. We got to bully you a little bit because you ain't really giving it up for us. There's no way you can see that and go that you really a part of what we want to do. But to have those meetings and have those real conversations, they had a leadership meeting last week. And then to go out and supposedly, because according to Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, then go out and practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. To be able to try to right the wrongs of what y'all just saw on film. Monday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And then you get to the game on Sunday, and I'm sure that there is a feeling of, I'm about to get my get back. I'm going to get my lick back. Ain't no way they going to do to me this week what they done to me last week. It ain't happening. And I'm sure at some point in time, someone gave some sort of riveting and rally cry type speech. I'm sure of it. Maybe it was one of the leaders, Tank, or somebody did. And then you go and you do the coin toss. I'm painting y'all a picture. Just stay with me. Let me work this Picasso. And Israel Mukwamo wins the coin toss. And he says, give me that bleepity bleep ball, or we're taking the bleepity bleep ball, as if y'all had some sort of swag to you. And so you take what happened to you, man in the mirror, having a real conversation, coaches should have been cussing us out all throughout the week. Then you go through practice and we're supposed to be righting our wrongs of what we did. We have these great speeches before the game. We're at home. Team we're playing is 0-2. We need a win. They need a win. And you go out there and from go, you get your head busted to the white meat. Offensively, you have a bad offensive line. Your star receiver, he was receivering. Receivers, we get that diva label. And defensively, again and again and again and again, you were plowed, you were moved, you were uprooted. Some of y'all made some business decisions. I'll let y'all go and watch the film to figure out who. But some of your favorites, some of your stars, a few of y'all all-pros, they made some business decisions when it came to tackling old King Henry. But you get worked in another embarrassing fashion at home. You know, home games, your mama and them be there. Them home games, your people be there. Your wife be there. Your baby mama be there. Your side piece be there. They're all in the same section. I won't say too much about that. But your folks, your kids there, they got your jersey on. It say my daddy in the back. And you put that on the field. A dog walking to the tune of 275 rushing yards. My goodness. Nobody has any answers. Everybody's doing this. And a part of me, well, I do think the Cowboys have a player problem. I do. I just think you got some players who just can't play. Mozzie Smith, my boy, no disrespect. No disrespect. With all due respect, you should not be playing on the football field. I don't care where they drafted you at. Terrence Steele, no disrespect. With all due respect, you're bad at football. And y'all gonna get somebody hurt. I'll give the rookie left tackle a pass because he's a rookie. I'll give some of the linebacker rookies a pass because they're rookies. Donovan Wilson, you ain't a rookie. Trayvon Diggs, you made some business decisions. And you hear and you see them fighting. And CeeDee Lamb. It's time to grow up, Playboy. And I'm okay. I'm okay with on the sidelines being frustrated. This is an emotional game. You put a lot into this game, a lot into what you have to do. Your body is thrown into this thing. And so I'm okay with sometimes on the sideline there being a little bit of a kerfluffle. A little bit of a tongue wrestling match. I get it. But what I can't have is, I can't have you tongue wrestling on the sideline. I can't have you showing up your quarterback, throwing your hands up in the air, slapping on the turf. I don't know if you took yourself out the game or they took you out the game. Towards the end, you were out of those plays. But then you go out there and you fumble the ball and you drop the ball and you're not in a good mental space. Can't have it. I can't have both of those. You can't pout on the sideline and show me up as the quarterback on the field. Can't do it. You're one of the leaders. And you can't tell me that you're not a vocal guy. I'm not a vocal leader. I'm not, I'm a lead by example. I'm not a vocal guy. But then be a vocal tyrant. Those two don't match. If you could get vocal and be yelling and fussing and screaming and talking on the sideline when you in your Keyshawn mode, give me the damn ball, and you could be vocal when everything else is going good and coaching guys up and being the vocal leader there. I can't have both. Can't have it.